All right, let's get right into it. If you're a business owner, a creator, or really anyone just trying to stay on top of their game, there's a huge shift happening that you absolutely cannot ignore. We're talking about artificial intelligence, of course. And in this explainer, we're going to break down why it's not some niche, techie skill anymore. It's becoming a fundamental necessity for pretty much everyone. And really, this one sentence says it all, doesn't it? AI is not a nice to have anymore, or some futuristic idea on the horizon. Nope. It is actively being woven into the very fabric of how we work, how we create, and how we compete. Getting your head around this is, seriously, the first step to thriving in this new world. This slide just nails the new reality of the workplace. On one side, you've got people who are leveraging AI as a partner, just breezing through their tasks. And on the other side, someone's buried under the exact same workload, struggling to do it all by hand. And here's the key. The difference isn't talent or how hard they're working. It's the tools they're using. This is the divide that's showing up in every single industry right now. So what this really means is that we have to fundamentally shift how we think about AI. We need to move it out of that super complex techie specialty folder in our brains and put it right into the foundational skills folder. Think about it like this. AI is basically becoming the new literacy. You know how you're just expected to know how to use email or a smartphone to do your job? Well, very soon, you're going to be expected to know how to leverage AI too. It's just the next step, the next evolution of what it means to be a competent, effective professional. And this timeline really puts it all into perspective. Back in the 90s, the people who jumped on email early got a huge leg up. In the 2000s, it was the people who embraced smartphones. We are at that exact same kind of turning point right now with AI. The only question is, which side of this pattern are you going to be on? But, with any big change like this, there's always a little bit of fear. So let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room and clear up one of the biggest myths about AI. This is the big one, right? The whole story that AI is coming for all of our jobs, that it's going to make human creativity and skill totally obsolete. It's a really understandable fear, but honestly, it kind of misses the whole point of the technology. Because here's the reality. AI isn't here to replace people. It's here to replace tedious, inefficient work. It doesn't get rid of your creativity, it frees it up by taking care of all the boring parts. It doesn't get rid of entrepreneurs, it gives them tools to do more than they ever could before. And this is the hard truth. The real threat isn't the AI. The real threat is being the person who refuses to learn how to use it. It's not about human versus machine. It's about a human with the machine versus a human without it. That competitive disadvantage is the truly scary part. Okay, so if AI is this important, this much of a game changer, why do so many of us feel like we're being left in the dust? Let's break down what the real barrier is here, because it's probably not what you think. It really comes down to this feeling of being completely overwhelmed. You hear all the jargon, you see the crazy headlines, and you start to think it's some super complex field that's only for coders and data scientists. People get stuck because they just don't know where to even begin. But the big breakthrough, the aha moment, happens when you realize this. AI isn't magic. It's just a really, really powerful tool that follows instructions. That's it. So the new critical skill isn't coding, it's clear communication. Your ability to give good instructions is the key that unlocks everything. In fact, you can boil the entire process down to these 3 simple steps. First, figure out your goal. What do you actually want to create? Second, give the AI clear, specific instructions to get there. And third, you refine the output. You look at what it gave you, and you tweak it. It's a collaboration. You're guiding the tool to get the perfect result. That's the whole workflow right there. So now that we've kind of pulled back the curtain on how it works, let's get to the really good part. What does this actually mean for you? Let's look at the actual tangible superpowers this tool can give you in your day-to-day work. And let's be absolutely crystal clear on this. You do not need to be a tech genius. You don't have to be tech savvy. You just need to understand the basic idea we just talked about, how to give good instructions and how to guide the tool where you want it to go. And I mean, just look at what this unlocks. All of a sudden, you can create content in minutes instead of hours. You can instantly whip up captions, emails, scripts, boom, done. You can take all those scattered business ideas in your head and get AI to organize them into a real plan. Think of it as your personal assistant for all the tedious grunt work, freeing you up to actually focus on the stuff that matters. So, as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with one final, really powerful idea that kind of puts this whole thing into perspective. See, AI isn't coming anymore. It's here, it's happening right now. So, the real question you have to ask yourself is no longer if you should learn this new skill. The question is, how soon are you going to start? Because the gap between those who do and those who don't, well, it's getting wider every single day.